Hi guys, TinaGale here, and I'm so glad to be back. This video I actually filmed quite a while ago, probably a month ago, but I'm just now finding time to be able to voice over it and edit it and get it put up. This is for a little frame from IKEA. I actually shared one that I made for December, and I'm going to continually change it out and make new little pages to flip through it, and made a little flip album out of it, so you'll see that at the very end. So this I created for January and kind of going into February. So this goes in my office at work. And this are some leftovers from my kit from the scrap room. This is the crepe paper Fa La La collection and embellishments. And I love this collection. I love the turquoises, the aqua blues, and the pinks and all of that. If you follow me, you know this is right up my alley. So we had these little wood veneer pieces, and I loved those. I knew I wanted to use them, but I wanted to back them with some colors. So I just used my mono adhesive and glued those right onto the patterned paper, and I'm going to let it set up for a minute, and then I'll go back and fussy cut those out. So you can see here on the left, these are the pattern papers that I chose to create the background. I loved the little pom-poms, and I just matted it with some red so that it, since this is a flip album, I really need it to kind of be sturdy so that it's not going to fall apart. And I loved the snowman, and I'm going to fit just a small little photo on here. This is not very big. It's probably smaller than a 3x5. It might be 5 inches tall, I'm not sure. Since it's at work, I can't even look at it and tell you. But it's quite small. So the photos that I print off to put on here end up being small. I've done like a 2x2, and some I've done portrait, you know, whatever. So they'll vary from month to month. But I'm just going to go ahead and just put those on with my ATG gun. And there was this large pink die cut that came in the ephemera pack. So I decided that was a fun little thing to put up at the top to kind of go behind the letters. I like how it hangs off the side of the paper. And since it's in a flip frame, it really doesn't matter that it hangs off. So it adds a lot of character and stuff to it. So I just pull that over the top and then have the snowman off to the side. So here you can see a photo. This is just my husband and I. It's when we were actually at Silver Dollar City, and we were all bundled up because it was cold out. So I just decided it was a cute little photo that I could put on my desk there. I like having photos of my family and stuff at work. So like I said, I want to say it's like a 2x2. It might be slightly smaller. And I just printed it with a white border. And I'm going to put it up underneath the letters and the snowman. I wanted it to, all the pieces to kind of overlap. And now I'm just going to go through and use up as much of the embellishments that I can, because as you can see, this patterned paper has been used and cut into, so these are just kind of scraps and leftovers, so I am not being stingy at all. I'm going to use it all. And this little phrase here I thought was so cute to kind of go across the snowman. It says, "If snowflakes were kisses, I'd send you a blizzard." And since this was my hubby and I thought that was cute. And I'm just trimming up some of the foam tape so that I can put up underneath it, because I popped the snowman up on foam tape. So I needed to put those little phrases up. And then I had this little snowflake. It was one of Paige Evans' cut files left over from my 12 Days of Christmas videos that I had done, and I ended up just putting it to the back there, just again, just to put some more dimension coming out. And then I have the sticker sheet here, and there's lots of little pieces left on it, so I'm just going to try to use as much as I can. And it had this little snowflake sticker, so I'm going to find a spot on here that it looks good. And then these little pom-pom pieces. Since I used the pom-pom paper, I decided to be fun to kind of use those to finish out my little triangle of embellishments. And so I'm going to put those on because, again, this paper is kind of at the end, so I don't know where I would use these little pom-pom stickers again. So I felt like it was a good place to use it. And I'm just fiddling back and forth, finding the best place for them. I'm looking at the color, basically, to figure out which spot they need to go in. If you missed my other video that has the frame, back up and look at it. I did the Christmas layout for that one using paper house products. So it will show you the whole frame, how I punch it with my crocodile and do all that and put it together. And then again, because this is pattern paper, it wasn't quite as heavy, so I decided to cut a piece of black cardstock and mat the whole thing. So here's the little frame that you can get from IKEA. It's like a $1, it's cheap. And I just punch a hole and it's on rings, and that sits on my shelf above my computer on my desk at work. So it's super fun. Hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to be back really soon. I've been taping process videos all day, so I'm going to try to get those edited and up for you just as soon as possible. So it's good to be back. Hope you guys are having a great year so far, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.